Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Wargame Red Dragon. We continue the Second Korean War campaign as we prepare to launch our counterattack into North Korea. Now, we have 22 turns to take Pyongyang, Qingdao, and Chongjin. We've just been repulsed from this fight with the Chinese here, but I'm pretty confident that after a bit of R&R this turn, we'll hopefully break through next turn. We have mostly rebuilt the South Koreans on the front line here. Well, this infantry regiment needs to go up to here, I think. Yeah. Mechanized infantry regiment should probably go. What the hell? This mechanized infantry regiment should probably go. Let's see here. I've brought in a lot of the French here, so we have quite a few infantry there now. Our armor up there is pretty weak. We have attack helos. We have infantry there, and armor. Not a whole lot. So I think we'll send this infantry regiment over to here. Oh, they've just arrived and are refitting still. No, wait, they still have initiative. Oh, they just can't transfer directly to Sokcho. Okay, we'll send them to Chuncheon for now. And then we have 3 Japanese units, one of which is not ready yet. We have the Marines out here, which are ready to land at Tancheon. We've got this escort flotilla, which I'm sending around to maybe reinforce there. Hi Jofu, what's up? Overall, I think we're probably just about ready to begin the counterattack, but maybe... Well, thing is, I assume Chinese and Soviet reinforcements will start pouring in once we do begin our counterattack. So the question is, are we ready? How fast are we going to be able to attack Pyongyang? Pretty fast, I think, and their planes aren't really ready right now. Well, that's outstanding for you. Glad to hear it. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, are most of these units on the border ready to go? Ooh, I don't have any infantry regiment ready there. Well, attacking into Kaesong is a bit pointless. But they can get up to there and we could encircle Pyongyang, maybe. It's actually pretty viable. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, it would. Okay, neither of these regiments is ready to go. These all are. Guess let's give it one more turn. Hopefully that's not a terrible mistake. Okay, yeah, the North Koreans didn't really do anything. So... Pushing this infantry regiment. What do they have here? Anti-tank, Susong Pose, some Pong guys, and some cheap infantry. I have much better tanks available. You know what? Okay, let's get started. Send the attack helos to the... Actually, the attack healers might be better off over here, because there's no... there is some AA over here. This doesn't really matter. I'll send them to there. So this is it, folks. We are invading North Korea. Japanese are going to airdrop on Pyongyang, and hopefully not. As was to be expected, China is vehemently protesting against the presence of our troops in Pyongyang. We must expect an increase of their military presence. Yes, that's as I expected, I think. We will probably need to break through and relieve these Japanese troops as quickly as possible, but it shouldn't be a huge problem. The defending forces on the Wonsan and the... I mean, this force will reach Taichung next turn. That's not a problem at all, so... Right, and then the Marines here. Are all of them available yet? No, we also have this combat... Okay, what do we want to call in this turn? Sea Harriers. I don't need that. Yeah, this is vaguely useful. That would be helpful. That could also be helpful, but the Folk kind of has its own problems still. Guess we're gonna need to go back and secure that sector. Plane-wise, what am I doing here? Let's see. Peace Pheasants there, Dragonflies. There, these don't really have a purpose right now, but I'll send them there. Oh wait, no. But they don't have the range to reach Pyongyang anyway. That's kind of a problem, actually. We're not gonna have any air cover. They have a lot of planes there. I don't suppose any of these have the range to reach Pyongyang. Nope. Move them back to a closer position, maybe, but... These are basically committed. I'm gonna keep moving these. Alright, so more land forces then. These I don't need yet. These I might. These and these would be fine to get. South Korean heavy armor would probably be nice. Let's get the last of the Marine units. Combat Assault Battalion has tanks and LAVs. And then, let's see, these are F-87. The modern F-16s would be nice, actually. Because we don't have that much with them up there. I'm going to call these F-16s in. And they do have the range to reach Pyongyang. Okay, that's very helpful. And then we'll grab, like I don't use artillery that effectively, even when I have it anyway. Let's get these guys to refit, just in case there's any more fighting over here. Yeah, that gave us, like, 7 more Hatsuyakis or something. And then let's call in... Right, that's for there. these have spawned all the way down there, huh? Of course, there's no reason not to spawn them, but... these are real cheap. Well, let's get the division Ducats artillery in. Why not? Okay, so massive attack on the North Korean border. Let's see if we can flatten them. Kaesong is ours already. We've landed in Pyongyang. This flight will be next turn. We're on their part of the turn. Oh, and I totally forgot, but we need to commence the assault on Tomchon as well. I guess I could have gotten the Bellow Woods air support in, but it shouldn't be needed because, frankly, the Enterprise's air support is totally free to come and help, so... these have no value whatsoever in this engagement. Unless the North Koreans actually have ships, do they? They have anti-ship equipment, but that's about it. What the hell, I'll send them anyway. Okay, so... order of this. Left to right, I guess. Why not? Ongjin. The South Koreans and the French division cross the border into North Korea. Headed more or less straight for Pyongyang. We break through here. We'll be able to move up to Somchon, which is a potential reinforcement point for them, and reinforce the Japanese at Pyongyang directly next turn, which will be helpful. We have the 4th Dragoons Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Artillery Company, 1st Recon Company, 2nd RAI, 3rd Anti-Air Company, 11th Artillery Company, and the 152nd Attack and 207th Fighter Squadrons. They have their 3rd Security Regiment and 22nd Tank Regiment. They actually have just as big a logistical train as us, which is kind of hilarious, but they have a decent number of infantry, pretty much their basic Bochong-su and Jukwide, which with basic vehicles with machine guns, a few bomb tank faggots with heat missiles, but still only basic vehicles. For AA, they only have these Type 80 Spags, 57mm guns. They have 40 tanks, but they're all Chanmahos and Chanmaho 2s, which are not exactly the best tanks around. And they have some BTRs and PRDMs. We have a lot of infantry, pretty much all of which is better than theirs. We've got the South Korean Solchong, going beyond assault engineers, some Stinger missile dudes. We've got the French Rimas with Apilas heat rockets, which, let's see, 23 AP power, huh? Oh yeah, those are damned effective. And the French Foreign Legion, although they only have, well, they have long-range missiles, though, actually. 1,050 meters is pretty good. And they have Milan teams with very long-range missiles. They've got their own Sapper assault teams. They've got Mistral anti-helicopter missiles, which are, yeah, better than Stingers. We have a heavy support battery with 20mm AA, or AAA, 107mm mortars, 155mm howitzers, these armored car things, these... well, this is a SAM unit, mainly anti-helicopter, more 20mm AA, more anti-helicopter SAMs, 155mm howitzers. We don't have any really heavy SAMs, but we don't need them. We have our own tanks, AMX-30B2 Brennises. Now, the problem with these is they don't actually have much better armor than the Chanmahos. Better, but not much better. But they do outrange them and have way better accuracy, so They have no AP power advantage, though. So we're going to have to focus on our range advantage, I guess. They have no stabilizer either, which is crazy. They do have a 20mm gun to support infantry, though, so... I mean, it's superior, but not as much as you might think. Also, they have a recon enough, but we have a very large recon train. No helicopters, though, but we have a lot. We also have some M113s, some Milan Jeeps, some Mephisto trucks, and we have our 3 Peace Pheasants and 5 KF5s, which the KF5s have no value here, but the Peace Pheasants can do a lot of damage. They have enough assets that it's not going to be necessarily a complete curb stomp, but we have a lot of tanks and infantry and air support. So the goal is pretty much to crush them. Now our starting position's a bit dicey, because they could spawn in all kinds of sectors to theoretically pretty much surround us. Let's see, let's have the Peace Pheasants ready right away. Let's get out, what's our best recon here? Okay, these are the best for actually spotting things. They're also rather expensive, but... that's okay, I think. Position 1 up here. And maybe K11s, or 111s to guard our flanks here and here. I mean, the main objective, I guess, is... let's see, these aren't reinforcement points, so the main objective is going to have to be to push up to the Pyongyang and Kaesong sector points. To that end, let's see here. Let's get out some Milan Jeeps. Let's get out a good force of Brennus tanks. Oh. Maybe get them ready to take cover in these woods. In fact, have the K111s. Yeah, have all of it ready to take cover in these woods. They spawn a bunch of forces down here, that's going to be a problem, to be fair. And then infantry... the French Foreign Legion and such are quite expensive. They do have really nice missiles. Their vehicles are pretty basic, though. Start ourselves off with a wave of South Korean infantry and see where it goes. Oh, crikey. Okay, well they've spawned down here, so... apparently they have some spags in there, but they are about to get hammered by bombs. Look at all the shadows. Okay. That did not kill their starting force, but it definitely shook them up a little. The spags actually survived. Yeah, I need this whole force to get south ASAP, because we're obviously about to have a big problem here. They still have a lot of stuff intact. Not that many tanks, probably only 5, maybe more. I don't know, we're definitely going to need our tanks to counter them quickly. There. You should fall back. You guys should maybe come to counter these. Oh god, I'm already about to lose a really expensive recon car, aren't I? Well, if you want to shelter up in these woods... Brennus, if you wanna get into these woods here, like, you ready to begin firing? Because they are Coming fast.
이동합니다. Abusons, mon colonel. Soyez aveugle sur nous.
Okay. Killed 2 Chalmahos.
할것 필요해? 여기로 오는 게 아니었어.
Okay, these infantry arrived just in time to guard our flank, although I lost a Milan.
누굴 옮겨줄까?
And a recon car, which was expensive for several.
Suivez-moi ou bougez de mon chemin.
Okay.
대기 중입니다. 소대 정렬 완료.
Get a clear sight, gents. We need that.
Nous sommes sur le pont.
Damn it. How many? Have I lost all 3 my recon vehicles already?
Nous sommes sur le pont.
'Cause that's bad.
적이 사거리에 들어온다면 우리도 마찬가지일 말이지. 체크리스트 오케이. 준비 완료.
Jesus.
곧 전사가 필요한 사람. 닥친 대로 쏴버려.
Alright, let's get some more infantry in here. Okay, the Milans have run out of missiles. Do I have any, I do have cargo trucks. Let's get those in here. Well, that's a lot of tanks come at us here. Should you guys get in position there? Wow, that's a lot of tanks coming at us. Holy cow. Pretty much everything they got, I think. More French Foreign Legion, and a couple more tanks would be nice. Wow. They are throwing everything at us right now. Bomb right there, right now, please. Damn it, we have to circle around. That's not at all wonderful. Oh, it's circle. What are you doing? Come on. Okay, we're about to lose our command unit. Okay, I guess what I wasn't fully taking in is the sheer scale of casualties they've taken. They're pretty much dead as a fighting force here. They really did throw absolutely everything into this. And that everything has died now. We've just about helped them. What was that trajectory? Still clear of that. We'll actually try to bomb that, but where the hell are you? Why are you so far away? I think the Brennises are going to kill them anyway. Alright, just to take stock, they lost... I'm pretty sure they lost 2,500 points or so worth of stuff in that attack. Which is a lot, obviously. We are a little battered, but not dead. Including these French Foreign Legionnaires are still alive. I should probably get out another recon car, because we lost all of them. But, yeah, we've now got 12 minutes left to kill another 500 points worth of them. I suspect that's probably it for their offensive capabilities, I really do. We must have killed almost all their tanks there. Although we're somehow still, like, fully surrounded, but... pretty sure it's mostly by light forces. I'm gonna send some Brennises down to clear this out. As a start. Send these Legionnaires up to like swap these around so these can recuperate a little. No, these just got cut through the force there. Okay, that's handy. We can get the drop on these spags. Fire. Okay, just make sure Alpha Sector is secure. Then we can roll up towards this intersection. What's that? That is another spag or something? I think it's just a VTT. Yeah. No, it's dead is what it is, really. I guess these trucks are empty. Very much so, okay. Get some repairs and rearming. I mean, my total losses... I lost 4 Brennises, which isn't nothing, but... not the end of the world, either. Whoa. A lot of infantry still in the field here. Another spag. I mean, they've got to be running low on spags, I think. Is that a recon vehicle? I don't even know. We'll walk in this forest here for a minute. Is there technically still heavy cover here? I guess there is. Oh, just keep the command vehicle over there. very effective against the Peace Peasants. They're just so close that the Peace Peasants don't ever manage to drop their bombs in time. I think we're done. Okay. Hopefully that's the last couple of spags. And, yeah, we've taken no losses against this infantry assault, so it's pretty well over.
저희 없이는 아무것도 볼 수 없으실 겁니다. 정찰이 필요합니까?
Alright, there's a command vehicle somewhere here. I assume hidden in the forest or down in the village here. But either way, this team should suffice to take care of it, unless they have a way more down here than I
정찰이
think.
필요합니까?
But I'm pretty sure they're out of tanks, or very nearly out of tanks. So I'm not overly concerned about anything we'll meet.
정찰이 필요합니까? C'est parti.
Well, found 4 tanks.
우리가 필요한 곳이 어디입니까? C'est parti. 정찰이 필요합니까?
Where is this command vehicle? Could be hidden anywhere.
대기 중입니다. C'est parti.
Maybe it's over here.
수호 천사가 필요한 사람.
Pretty sure there's no more spags. This should be just... Damn. It's just slightly too close for our... Oh, found it. Okay, that's that. That was a slaughter. Yeah. Solid 3-to-1 kill ratio. The 3rd Security Regiment and 22nd Tank Regiment are both totally destroyed. They did lose 5/6 of their infantry and all but 4 of their tanks by the end, so those 4 were the last 4. They also lost 10 out of the 16 spags. They lost 3 recon cars and 2 command vehicles to boot. So yeah, that hurt them. I lost 4 trucks, 4 Soltunes, 2 French Foreign Legion units, although I think it's actually more like 5 with the vehicles destroyed and everything. I lost 4 Brennus tanks, I lost 3 recon cars, 4 Milans. I didn't lose those here. So, yeah. Well, crushing even with losses on the field, and really crushing with the fact that the 3rd Security Regiment and 22nd Tank Regiment are just gone. So we've taken Ongjin. We will be able to freely push on to Sonchom next turn, and probably divert some reinforcements into Pyongyang. Which, how well guarded is Sonchom? Let's see. Security Battalion with Jukwide, not a problem. Tank Regiment with a couple of T-72s, but mostly Type 59-1s, which are garbage. Some artillery pieces, another Security Regiment with Jukwide, MiG-21s, Sakhalos missiles, which could really hurt our tanks. Some Mi-4s. I mean, Sonchon is more heavily guarded than Ongjin, but not to the point that it really gives me pause. Now, Pyongyang. We do need to take it in order to prevent them from evacuating Pyongyang, though, because they still have Well, actually, the reality is the ground forces in Pyongyang are not very heavy anymore. They're down to just this one good tank regiment and this one decent infantry regiment, plus a bunch of planes and this anti-air company, but... actually, this is their most elite tank battalion. Up here at Zhongchong. I don't know if they'll try to intervene here, but... Oh, and yeah, they've got two very good ones up here. I don't know if they're going to try to intervene at Tanchon or what. Anyway, Pyongyang itself. This is the problematic battle, potentially, out of all this. The Japanese... Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or subscribing. New parts will be up every other day for the most part. Or you can watch live on Twitch once a week. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.